Sadly, poverty is a huge part of day-to-day life for billions of human beings on the planet today. Several billion folks live on less than $2.50 a day. Every other child lives in poverty. 50% of all the kids in this world are stricken by poverty. Poverty means millions of boys and girls sadly die before reaching 5 years of age. And we have poverty of the mind too. There are hundreds of millions of illiterate people in the world today. 1/4 of humanity lives without electricity. Over 1 billion people in developing countries have inadequate access to water. Over 2.5 billion lack basic sanitation. 640 million kids live without adequate shelter. 4 million children have no access to safe water. That's 1 in 5. 270 million children live with no access to health services. According to UNICEF, 22,000 children die each day due to poverty. Approximately 790 million people in the developing world are chronically undernourished. I heard the number 925 million quoted last year as the number of hungry people in the world. That's about 1 in 7. Children are the most visible victims of undernourishment. More than 70% of malnourished children live in Asia, 26% in Africa, 4% in Latin America and the Caribbean. And a lot of the time, the plight of a malnourished child began even before birth with a malnourished mother. You'd think that in the face of all this horror and misery, the human race would pull together to fight the scourge of poverty. Using our empathy, we should be looking to lessen the suffering in the world. That's what we should be doing. But countries like the United States, China, India, Russia, and Saudi Arabia, to name but a few, seem more interested in manufacturing weapons of mass destruction and weapons of mass mutilation and training young men and women to be ruthless killers than they do with feeding, clothing, and sheltering the needy, or educating the ignorant. We're supposed to be intelligent beings. We're supposed to be creatures of conscience. But I truly wonder sometimes, you know? So much has to change for the world to get better. The world as it is, this world of violence, greed and fear, somehow has to be transformed into a world of peace, generosity and trust. I think that our species has to go through some sort of major enlightenment real soon, you know? Countries have to grow up. Morals have to be re-evaluated. Attitudes have to be challenged. And political and economic philosophies have to be brought into the 21st century. We have to stop glorifying war, and we have to start championing peace and compassion. Anyway, that's enough for now. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, and I will see you later. Peace.